Okay, just to spread a little bit more love, I'd like to talk about why I love Skream, okay, the dubstep producer. He's been getting some, I know it's a little bit of a snidey tone creeping into a review of his latest record, and somebody was on about a live gig. Personally, I'm not a dubstep aficionado per se, and a lot of it does leave me very cold. I find it reminds me. Well, it's changing a lot, but in its most early incarnations, it reminded me a lot of a certain kind of brand, a certain kind of strand of '90s kind of music. I'm not even entirely sure what living through music back then. You when kind of in the kind of the aftermath of the rave thing. So much. I sound like a, what do you call it? Well, like somebody who doesn't know much about a subject. But there was so much instrumental music that one of a kind of dance music variety that it wasn't always, if you weren't a DJ or a serious kind of train spotted music fan at the time, it was hard to keep a hold on the amount of that kind of music that went past. So that's my excuse. But it sort of reminded me of a lot of kind of some of the rather more pointless kind of techno that was made. Anyway, so lots of dubstep, even the kind of classic, I don't know, all the names from the era of the DMZ and I particularly remember what's that they call Vexed. Vexed always sounded very white to me, and to me that's like a kind of self-negating kind of thing. I think I have to always hear a soul or there's a particular kind of quality to music that I like, that I find that Skream seems to have in spades, and a lot of the rest don't. In some ways, I think this is a bit like my championing of the Aphex Twin, and I think there is a certain kind of, I could have to hold up my hands and say yes, I do. In the same way, I do kind of unquestioningly delight in the works of the poster boy for the scene, but I think that is because he's got the ears. When you hear a Skream track, a particularly well put together one, he has that amazing ability to do that thing with music where it has a life of its own beyond the processes that have brought it into existence. show. It doesn't sound like somebody in the studio with certain set pieces of gear. It sounds like a human voice. He just seems to be able to I often go on about like the similarities between cooking and making music, but you know, it's about the balance, about the mix, about getting things in the right quantities to work together. He just seems to be very good at doing that. He's got very and also I just think he's kind of like he's almost too good, like from the kind of point of view of the jaded cultural observer. He's lanky, like the fact he's so young. He's, you know, he worked in Big Apple. He's proper suburban London white kid. His face couldn't look any more like what he's meant to be, if you know what I mean. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but he looks like a working class white kid from Croydon, and he talks like one, and he acts like one, but he does it in a way that shows you that he's a prince amongst men. It's just that undefinable kind of quality of the